What's up, everyone, and welcome to Behind the Hawk.
Today we're here with Cosmetology. If you guys can please introduce yourselves.
I'm Amaya.
And I'm Amelia.
So basically we're just going to be asking you guys questions, and then at the end you guys will have time to ask us questions so we can get to know each other a little bit more.
What is cosmetology?
Cosmetology is about building a community, about doing hair, nails, makeup, and you can also do facials.
As you guys just said, you guys do hair, nails, and makeup. What's your favorite thing that you guys have done so far?
My favorite thing that I've done so far is probably doing like hair and like thermal curls and all that and blow dries.
My favorite thing is also probably hair, and I really like using hot tools and curling.
What does a day in the lives look like in your guys' shop?
A day in the life of Cosmo is you walk in, you put your phones in the caddy, do attendance, and then we do an hour of theory work with our workbooks, and we usually do a chapter each cycle. Right now we're working on makeup, and then after that hour we have a plan for the day of what we do depending on what the day looks like. So, for example, yesterday half of us did manicures and then the other half did waxing. And we'll do that until lunch, and then we go to lunch and gym, and after that we go back to actual theory and we continue with our workbook or do learning objectives.
So for one of our farm stands raffle, we went up to Cosmo and we asked for like a gift card, and they mentioned how you guys have outside people coming in. So how does a day in your shop look like when you guys have outside people coming in, and how does that work?
So in a day in life when you get customers, you have to always make an appointment and call the cosmetology room. Then you make your appointment, and we usually have those days on Thursdays and Fridays. And so customers will come in and you check in and everything. Then you can either get a facial or your hair done, or you can sometimes get your nails done. And when you do those things, you always get assigned a random person, one of the seniors or juniors. And then I don't know how else to explain it.
So you sophomores don't do it?
No, sophomores don't do it because we're still learning how to do hair, makeup, and nails, and still learning how to do facials.
What's the hardest skill you've had to learn so far?
For me to learn was finger waves. It's really bad. You basically have to put a ton of gel onto the head and then move your comb but make sure the hair stays up. It's the hardest thing ever. So that's my hardest skill to learn.
Didn't you have that for a project?
Yeah, I did.
My hardest skill was probably also doing finger waves, now that Amelia brought it up. It's very difficult, and you have to master the comb work and everything, and it's supposed to be perfect.
What made you choose cosmetology over all the other shops we provide?
What made me choose cosmetology was that I've always wanted to be a hairdresser since I was little, and I've always loved doing hair, and yeah.
I have the same to say as Amaya. I've always liked doing hair since I was younger, and since even in middle school and stuff, I knew going into the school I wanted cosmetology, so that's why I chose it.
So you guys would say it was your first pick?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you guys get assigned projects and styles, or do you get to come up with styles and things you want to do?
For projects, we have to get assigned a specific project, and then sometimes she'll let us pick what we want to do, but sometimes she assigns us this most random things. And then for when we come into Cosmo and we have to do a hairstyle, she has us do a specific one.
We all do if it's a hairstyle we're doing in shop on that day, we all do the same exact thing.
What would you say your guys' favorite project that you guys have done so far is?
Mine would probably be the decades project. The decades project was you get assigned a specific decade and you have to do a hairstyle for that decade, and also write down fun facts about the decade and how what specifically go into depth about the decade.
My favorite project was also the decades project.
If you could pick, what's the most like creative and like craziest like design or style you've done?
The most craziest design I probably did was during like when we had shop during like the Christmas time. We had to do like a Christmas inspired hairstyle, and everyone went into depth, and like it was just crazy. Mine was like I like fluffed up the hair onto like a tree thing and like put random objects in it, and it was crazy.
Mine was also the Christmas one. I made a Christmas alien. um, and I used like pipe cleaners and braided the hair and put like a ton of little fuzz balls in the hair. It was just like very messy, but it was also really fun.
What's one skill you can say that you've improved from since you started Cosmo?
One skill I've improved on is braiding and also doing nails.
So you're saying that like before you weren't able to do them as good as you can now?
Before I wasn't able to do braids as good as I am now, and nails. I've always known how to do them, but they never turned out good, but now they've become better.
I feel like I have two skills that I've gotten really better at, and one's curling because I used to curl the wrong way, and Maya was the one that actually told me to do it the right way. So now my curls come out really good, and also braiding because before I could only do regular French and Dutch braids, but now I can do like a lot of different hairstyles. So
I feel like braiding's like a really hard skill to like pick up on. Like I try to learn how to French braid and I just can't.
What's like a piece of advice you would tell any upcoming freshmen that want Cosmo?
One piece of advice I would tell them is to always like work hard and never like give up on like what you're doing.
I would tell them to not slack off on book work because we just have so much of it to the point where if you like miss one part, and also don't miss days because when you miss days, there's so much to make up. So
What's something people think cosmetology is like versus like what it actually is?
I think people think like that we just do hair all day and like we get to like have fun and stuff, but cosmetology, like you actually have to like work really hard, and it's like time consuming, and you can't like slack off and stuff.
I feel like a lot of people think we do like the same thing every day, but every day we do something like very different. Just it depends on what our teacher wants to do. So
As you guys said that you guys do facials, I know for like people that just specialize in facials, they have to go to esthetician school. Do you guys have to do that even though you guys are in Cosmo?
Yes, you have to go to esthetician school after. Well, depends on what you want to do. Like if you want to do like with something with needles, then you have to go to esthetician school because we don't do that.
Do you have to go to nursing school to get like your needles license or something like that? I'm pretty sure.
Like it's like nursing and all that. Because if you want to specialize in like needle, like Botox or something.
Lip filler, all that.
Yeah. And then for facials, I don't think you have to go to school after that.
I don't think just for like a basic. No, I think we can do basic facials, but that's like it. Like,
Yeah.
So junior year is coming up for us. Have you guys thought of any like co-ops, like opportunities you guys want to do?
I haven't thought about it right now, only because we don't go on co-op until senior year because we have to do 1,000 hours. And when we get our 1,000 hours, then we're allowed to go on co-op.
So even if you're a junior and you have your 1,000 hours, you can't go.
There's no way to get 1,000 hours.
As a junior, you can't get 1,000 hours. Only senior year.
Oh. That's like missing no days of school.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then if you guys miss a day of school, do you have to stay after a day to make it up, or like, would you just go to co-op later or something?
If you miss a day, you will have to make up hours as of right now because it's a new rule. You have to stay after to make up your hours. And if like it's like important like if you like miss a day.
You have to make up 3 hours after school for every day you miss. And it is very important because your hours mean a lot because it also like hours determine what you can do in a salon. So having 300 hours, you can do like a shampoo and blow dry, and then like from there it just goes up. So missing days at school like is a big deal.
After you graduate here with your Cosmo license, right? Do you guys go straight into cosmetology? Or do you guys have to go to college?
So you don't have to go to college because you come out fully licensed, but a lot of people still do want to go to college. Like I want to go to college for teaching, and then I also want to run a salon. So you can just open a salon straight out of high school, but that's obviously not ideal. Like not a lot of people can do that because it's such a hard thing. So usually people will start off in like a smaller salon and like build up clients and then like go and open their own.
Like you would rent out a chair like somewhere?
Yes.
Or like work somewhere? Okay.
After high school, when I get my license, I want to go into the education field in college to get my teaching license, and then I want to rent out a chair at a salon and start doing hair there.
If marketing could market your shop, what would we do? It would help us by showing all of our work and like telling people that we have client day and all of that, and just making like social media accounts for us and stuff so we can show all of our work and doing the content.
So bringing more attention to the public and like getting more customers for you guys?
Yeah, exactly.
As a little thank you for you guys being on our podcast, we have a gift for you guys. Thank you. Of course. And that's a wrap with Behind the Hawk, Same School, New Perspective.